Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just shooting my video real quick. Wanted to just share with you real quick. I was reading today in Daniel chapter 2, and we were going through some stuff. Actually, I read a lot of Daniel today, but just going through some stuff, and specifically one part that just really stood out that I wanted to share with you today was just that, going into the part where Nebuchadnezzar has a dream, and it's really a disturbing dream. So he calls like all the the magicians, the astrologers, all these people that he had, the wise men and all that kind of stuff, tries to get them in to basically tell him what the dream is, first off, because he doesn't want to tell him the dream. He says if they really have power, they'll be able to tell him the dream and then tell him what it means. So tell them what the dream is and then also interpret what the dream is. So he brings them all in, and when they hear that he wants them to tell him what the dream is as well, they basically say, hey, nobody can do that in all the kingdom. So then he just says, okay, sweet, I'm going to kill all you guys. If you can't do that, you're all dead. So they start gathering them up, and they're going to kill all these guys. And Daniel was included in the wise men and the advisors. So he was also going to be killed. And the guy went to kill Daniel, and he said, hey, hang on a second. I'll be able to tell him what the dream is and be able to interpret it because I serve the one true God. So it says Daniel praised the God of heaven, and this is in Daniel 2:20, and he's praising him, and he's just telling him what, God, I honor you, I glorify. Basically, he just goes through verse after verse, verse 20, basically through 23, just saying, God, I know that you can do this. I know you can reveal this to me. And he gets understanding of what the dream is, and also what the dream means. And he goes through explaining it. And what I was really seeing this as is that, this is like a major trial in Daniel's life. Not that there weren't other trials. Obviously, he had been captured, so that was a trial. But how each of these steps through his life, through David's life, through that, all of these things that come up as big trials end up being preparation for the next step. So, first he was captured, brought away as a young boy, right? Then, God has favor on him, and you can go through this, the book of Daniel and read through the story. It's so powerful. But how God keeps coming through and just providing and making a way. And it's just so awesome that basically he goes through and he says, I know none of your other guys did it. You're going to kill them all. This is what your dream was. This is what your dream means. And it's because of I serve the Almighty, the one true God. And it's so awesome because this sets up for later on, basically also as a part of that, he's saying, praise be the God of Daniel. He goes into all that kind of stuff. And Daniel also gets his buddies, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, kind of promoted and in charge of the affairs in the province of Babylon. That's what it says near the end of chapter 2, verses like 49, right in there. And it comes straight out of that into the guys that wouldn't bow, which are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, all hanging out. They were buddies. And it's just amazing how God brought these guys through these different trials and how he's always there. And in the end, through whatever the trials were, that as they didn't compromise in what it was, then God exalted them to, even higher places and positions, but he also proved himself to be the one true God. And I thought that was so just powerful today. It really spoke to me that we may go through trials, we may go through different stuff, but God is always there, and we need to make sure that we keep him put first in everything we do, but also that we glorify his name, and the circumstances don't matter, that he is still who we serve and honor no matter what it is. And we can go into that more in as you look at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but this is just a powerful story where, God exalted him as he put God first and said, I know my God can do it because he is the one true God. So we have to know and believe and trust and rely on the God that we know is the one true God, and just honor and glorify him in everything we do. See ya.